Okay, fans, it's time for Major League Baseball. It'll be the St. Louis Cardinals that the Los Angeles Dodgers originally played on March 28th of 2024. As you can see, that was the real-life score of the game. We're going to do the game with real-life batting orders, real-life uh, weather conditions. Everything is real-life there except the score and the game action because that will be done in spectating mode. Again, it's the Cardinals at the Dodgers. John Shambi and Chris Singleton will be your uh, commentators.
So almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Tyler Glasnow. What do we have on him?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all four of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with three if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Ready to go? And now it's going to be Brendan Donovan looking for his first big league hit right here. And he deals. That one fouled off. On the corner for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That misses, and that's ball one. And there's a ball. Nice grab. Over to first. And they get the out. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
In the air, right field, under this one. Makes the grab, and there's two down. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Nolan Gorman now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Glasnow, ready and deals. Fights it off, he'll see another. Just missing there. And it's 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Kicks and deals. In the dirt, and that's ball 3. Two outs. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Grounder off the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. And that is the inning. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here with my pal Siggy. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Miles Michaelis. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And that one finds its way through.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to first, double play.
Great job on the mound, fielding his position and making a good throw to second to get the double play started. Far too often we see pitchers have a hard time with that throw, but no issues right there. That's good practice paying off in a game and resulting in 2 big outs.
Freddie Freeman in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. The pitch.
Ball 2. 2-0.
Swings through that one out in front that
2
time.
balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Kicks and fires. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To the right side, Gorman. Jumps, throws, an acrobatic play to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
And that's downstairs and outside.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And Contreras is retired. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6, the designated hitter.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The pitch. That one close, ruled a ball. Now 1-2.
2 strikes.
And another ball.
2 strikes.
Center field. Outman under it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7, the right fielder.
Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Fastball for a strike. Second inning here, no score. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. And down in order go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Will Smith. And a pitch. And a foul ball left side. And here it comes. And there's a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. And that one is lifted in the air. Donovan makes the grab. 1 away.
Batting 5th, the third baseman.
And now it's Max Muncy. Big time power. And that's a little high.
I think he wanted that call in the open part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
1 out, base is empty. That just misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some book, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Grounded to Gorman. They get the out on Muncy. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first, and Hernandez is out. And that's the 3rd out. Dodgers down in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And we're back. And now, number 11.
The center fielder, number 11, Victor Scott.
Glass now back to work.
That's outside.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Righty delivers, and that's off the inside edge, and it's 2-1. That's down and in. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Mason Wynn getting ready to hit. Fouled off. He was late.
We're watching a former Rays pitcher today in Glasnow. He had plenty of good years in Tampa Bay before being traded. He's not the first pitcher with dominant stuff the Rays have dealt. Blake Snell, David Price, and James Shields. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Righty to the plate. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Man at second. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Smith gets it to first. And one away in the top of the third. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive. And that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table and you can't make contact.
Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Cardinals with a chance to score first here on opening day. And that one a little below the knees. And the count is 1-1. Good eye on that spot. 2-1 now. Hard ground ball, base now. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. He's safe. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit. His first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Flied to right his first time. And that's in for a strike. Goldie getting to start at first. 36 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2009. And a pitch. That's a slider for a strike.
That backdoor slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Next offering misses. Ball 1.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. On to Freddie. Double play. Well, they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, James Outman. The wind of the pitch. That one a little bit high, and that is ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
And
Ball
that's
3.
down and away.
I got 3-0.
And he walked him on 4
Ball 4.
pitches. It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Jason Hayward goes after that one for strike 1. Michaelis throws to first. Dives back. Out.
Hard to know if he was looking to go right there or not, but he was clearly fooled by the pickoff move. Quick feet, quick release over there by the pitcher. Really quick tag as well.
Left-hand batter waits. Found back our way, and that's out of play. One down, base is empty. That misses. 1-2 to count. Left-hand hitter waits. And that one's a little bit low. 2-2.
It's a good take.
He goes down looking.
Batting 9th.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Liner, base hit.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Mookie to hit. First pitch misses. Two outs. And there's a ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Hard hit, right side. Whips it to first. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here in L.A., John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Nolan Gorman. Glass now back to work.
Yeah.
That clips the corner.
You know, these Cards do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Glass now back to work, the 0-1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning. Nolan Gorman with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but It's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And takes low for ball one.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Wouldn't chase that time. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner on the go. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez snags it.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and
now
wasn't able to stay close.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Man at first, one away. Next pitch misses inside, and now it's even 1-1. And another ball. Got him looking. 2 out. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. He's 0 for 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Cards leave one, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, down the number 2 hitter, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas.
With the right-hander back to work. In for a strike, 0-1. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Miguel Rojas with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Grounded out his first time. That one in there across the letters.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
0-1 down. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And the right-hander deals. Gorman. There's one.
That's an out.
On to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. This one lifted in the air, left field. Donovan makes the play, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker.
The pitch.
Ball
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Ball to strike. And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is in for a strike. Out to short. Betts up with it. One up, one down.
Now back, the center fielder, Victor Scott.
Here's the center fielder. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Wouldn't chase that time.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. A little bit high, and a count 2-1. There's a strike. Here's a 2-2. Hit connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And he can't make the play. And that extends the inning. Mason Wynn with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. 1 for 2. And
1-0.
ball one.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Glasnow picks to first, and he's back safely. The pitch. That one missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Swing and a pop-up. Betts settles underneath it. And that'll do it. So one left for the Cardinals, but they still lead it 1-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. The line of the pitch. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. The 0-1. Good eye right there. That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him! And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Hernandez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering in there for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Safe at second. He legs out the double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. He reached out a walk his first time. That misses the zone. 1-0.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And that one fouled off. Hernandez over at second, 1 down. Misses outside, 2-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Headed down the line. Donovan trying to get to it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Back to the mound. It hit him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. Well, that ball came back and got him pretty good in the chest. As the catcher checks on him, looks like he might be okay, though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned him more than anything, Boog. Always scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big, nasty bruise.
1 down. Here's Jason Hayward. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in for a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Right through there for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Two on, 1 out.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now back, second baseman,
Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Off the mark there. And that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hard hit, base hit. Runner from third comes across. We're tied at 1.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Fought off foul. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Two on, 2 outs. Goldie. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. And a pitch. Just missed.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Nolan Gorman. And there's a base hit to the left. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Now a fly ball to right center. Outman sizing this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Then there's one down.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
2 on, 1 out. Now up for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras. And that one popped to short, and the infield fly is called.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So first and second with 2 outs. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. And a good eye there. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani up and loosening in the pen. Phillips also getting ready. And that one fouled off. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Next one off the plate inside. Full count 3-2. Jordan Walker Into St. Louis on deck circle. Two outs. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. So the Cards strand a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. Well, we go bottom six. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Miguel Rojas. Here comes a pitch. Rojas measures 6 feet even, a career batting average over .325. And he was born in Venezuela. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, and the drop third strike leads to the first out. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Freeman in the box again, takes a strike. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. Just off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one, you tip your cap.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
One gone, runner at first. And up to the plate is Will Smith. In there at the knees. Strike 1. At the belt and fires. And he swings through that one.
Oh, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That's towards center. He's under it. He's got it. 2 away now.
The third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Freeman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one's in there. And it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
Good eye right there. Kicks and deals. Muncy hits a high fly ball, right field, and gone. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year, and that gives him the lead. It's 3-1.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's in there. And that is strike one. Big swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. JoJo Romero appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Kittredge getting loose as well. 2 down, nobody on. Got him. And that will end the inning. That funky Muncy with the homer for LA. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top of inning number 7, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker.
Number 18, Jordan.
Glass now back to work.
Ball one.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider,
That's 1-0.
down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a foul straight back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now the center fielder, a strikeout and a walk. Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next one in the dirt. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Now it's going to be Mason Wynn. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
The 1-0. That's a strike.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
In the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Drops into the glove, and that is that. JoJo Romero will take over here, and this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
James Outman.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Ball.
Inside, just missed. Headed towards the corner. Walker hustling after it. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one down.
The right fielder,
Jason Hayward steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Right through there for a strike. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
And he deals. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The wind and the pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss as he was
One
out
ball,
front that time.
2 strikes.
Close, but called a ball. The count now 2-2. That one way inside. And that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Now snap throw to first, and he's back in safely. Betts stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him looking. That's the 3rd out. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Yarbrough. This is his 3rd time out this year. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. 1 for 3. As the lefty gets to work. Line drive. This looks like extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. And that one cutting but missing down low. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And now 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The tying run at the plate. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they get it in quickly. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Substitution now at first base. On to pinch run, Michael Ciani. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. And fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Sliced hard but foul. Donovan, the runner at 3rd. Ciani on at 1st with nobody out. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. And a run scores on the double play.
1st and 3rd, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Nolan Arenado next up for the Cardinals. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
The count.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Sends him down on strikes. Buckled him with the backdoor breaking ball for strike 3. So they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Andrew Kittredge. on for his major league debut and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
And here it comes. Rojas, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the righty deals. Bounce to third. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie
Freeman up to the dish. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Giovanni Gallegos appears to be getting loose. Palante getting cranked up as well. Bases empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Freeman hits it in the air. Walker moving under this one and puts the squeeze on that one. Out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher.
And next for LA, Will Smith. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. And the pitch. And another ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Popped up. Arenado should have this one. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Willie Torres. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, 1-run game, and now the Cardinals catcher, Wilson Contreras. This one popped up. Balls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
He's 2 outs away. And now the DH, Alec Burleson. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed.
2-0.
That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Jordan Walker waits on deck. Line drive. And that's just foul. One down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. That's back. See you later. He flexes his power with that swing. His first homer of the year, and we have a tie ball game. It's 3-3.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. That's in there. And that's strike one.
0-1.
Kicks and fires. And for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Shohei Ohtani looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Phillips also throwing. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth. Got him. And 2 away now.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's the center fielder. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Torres, just 21 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And a pitch. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses, struck him out. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Back here in LA, Max Muncy at the dish. The right-hander back to work. Fouled off. He was late. And that's downstairs and outside. Action in the pen down there. Giovanni Gallegos up and throwing. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next offering is downstairs. Got him swinging. So digging in, Teoscar Hernandez.
Well, one swing is a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
And there's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Slider misses outside. And there's a ball. In there. Got him looking for the K. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. And now the center fielder, James Outman.
The center fielder.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Way outside, ball 1.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
That's off the mark, and the count is 2-0.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Next pitch is outside. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Trying to send this to extra innings. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We're in extras here, and now the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
The pitch. Extra innings certainly had a different feel starting in 2020 with a new rule placing a runner on second to begin the inning, and that forced teams to rethink their strategy in extra frames.
Yeah, much less margin for error, and Boog, to your dismay, not much sacrifice bunting. Teams usually tried for the big inning.
Certainly not that much bunting for the road team as they try and play for the big inning, but for the home team, if the road team doesn't score, you'll see the home team bunt sometimes. Back to the top of the lineup, Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. First offering, and it just misses. Man at second. And the slider just misses.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back, let your hands work, stay in the middle of the field.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second here in extra innings. Next offering way off the plate. Matt Carpenter in the on-deck circle. Right-handed reliever. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Runner edges away at second. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Right-hander kicks, deals. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Now it's Matt Carpenter taking his first at-bat of the game after entering on defense. And that's in there for strike 1. Two on, 1 out. And that one fouled off.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Flips to second, and that's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
And now they turn to Giovanni Gallegos on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands, and it's a bigger.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now Jason Hayward, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. The pitch. Ball 1 there. Late swing, foul to the left. One now. In the air, center field. Under it. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
The batter, number 9, second baseman,
Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
And he takes one right on the black. Strike 1.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
And the 0-1. Slap the other way, foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Righty delivers. Stays alive. And the right-hander deals. That one at 95, missed up top. And the count 1-2. And a pitch. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Here's Mookie Betts now, known for his late inning heroics. Ripped, but it curls foul. The winning run at third. And we're in the last half of the 10th. Next pitch is outside. The shortstop takes the ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
The pitch. Fought off foul. Turns and fires to Betts. Miguel Rojas waiting for a turn at the plate. Winning run at third, 2 down. And here in extra innings. Lined, and that's a base hit. In comes the winning run, and the Dodgers walk it off in extra innings.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged in the backs of the minds of everybody that witnessed this here today.
And the final score here, 4-3. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. For St. Louis, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 38 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, a sellout. 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending today's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, that's the ball game. Final score: Los Angeles Dodgers 4, St. Louis Cardinals 3 in 10 innings. Max Muncy was the player of the game, 1 for 4, home run and 2 RBIs. Now let's look at the individual batting sets. For St. Louis, Brendan Donovan, left fielder, 2 for 4. Paul Goldschmidt, first base, 2 for 4. Marco Siani, pinch runner, 0 for 0. Matt Carpenter, first base, 0 for 1. Nolan Gorman, second base, 2 for 3. Nolan Arenado, 0 for 4 at third base. William Contreras, catcher, 0 for 4. Alex Burleson, designated hitter, 1 for 4. Jordan Walker, right field, 0 for 4. Victor Scott, center field, 0 for 3. And Mason Wynn, Shortstop, 1 for 4. Batting individual highlights, second baseman, double for Brendan Donovan, a home run by Alex Burleson. RBIs, Alex Burleson and Brendan Donovan. Routed a double play, Paul Grossman, Nolan Gorman, and Matt Carpenter. Stolen base by Victor Scott. Pitching Miles Mikolas, 6 innings, 3 runs, 8 hits, all 3 earned, so got 4, walked 1. Jojo Romero, no runs, no hits, took out 2, walked 1 in 1 inning. 2 innings for Andrew Kitteridge, no runs, no hits, took out 3, walked none. Giovanni Gallegos, loser, 0-1 on the year. 1 run and 1 hit, the run was not earned, took out 1, walked none. For the Dodgers, Mookie Betts, shortstop, 2 for 5. Miguel Rojas, designated hitter, 1 for 4. Freddie Freeman, first base, 1 for 4. Will Smith, catcher, 0 for 4. Max Muncy, third base, 1 for 4. Teoscar Hernandez, left field, 1 for 4. James Outman, center field, 1 for 3. Jason Hayward, right field, 0 for 4. And Gavin Lux, 2 for 3. He's second baseman. Teoscar Hernandez had the double. Home run by Max Muncy. Mookie Betts, RBI. And Max Muncy, 2 RBIs. Gavin Lux, 1. Freddie Freeman and Nolan Miguel Rojas got a double plays. Pitching, Tyler Glasnow, 1 run, 5 hits. The run was earned, so got 7, walked 2. Ryan Yarborough, 1 run, 3 hits. Run earned, so got 1, walked done. In 1 inning, 2 innings for Wilkie Torres. He goes to 1-0. 2 runs, 1 run on no, 1 hit. The run was not earned, took out 2, walked 1. Your game log, 52-663. Your score, 880 was the attendance for the Dodgers. 66 degrees, cloudy was the weather. 4.2 miles per hour for wind blowing out for right field. So that's it from Dodger Stadium in the Project 24 live game playlist. Till we see you again, please drive safely. Have a very pleasant good night, everybody.